Anatoly, warmest welcome to the Genius Leadership Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you, Anna, for having me here and for invitation. I'm really looking forward to scale your audience mindset by helping them of my own mistakes, sharing my own mistakes and sharing my wins, what exactly I was doing to overtake some obstacles. And at least hopefully one person who is listening us will be able to take those notes and actually understand that he can implement on his end.
Great. I love that approach because in the introduction to this show, we say, or I say that this show is about elevating humanity one person at a time. So that's what we would want to do.
Exactly.
One person lands for this message lands for them, then we've done a good job that it came for them in the right time. So let's first understand, who are you? What should we and our listeners know about Anatoly for the context of the conversation we're just about to have?
Sure. So I can say about my background quite a bit, and it would take maybe around 2 hours because, like, if we would like to speak about motivational part, that would be a separate episode, which is like I went through the really hard times to make things work in e-commerce. Like I'm a simple Ukrainian guy with the background like of the average, kind of between average and poor family in the not best neighborhood. And in 2013, I used the chance and went to Dubai, to UAE as a food runner. Even with my master's degree in finances, I made a decision and went to UAE to work as a guy who is cleaning dirty plates from the tables, just to get opportunities to change something in his life. I didn't speak English at that moment. Like there was quite a bit of interesting stories how I was overtaking different obstacles and was fighting for the better life. But the thing is that I got married in 2014. I brought my wife, and then all the struggles came since we were need to pay for all the bills by ourselves. In UAE, usually when you're coming in, what was the attractive for me, that they will provide you accommodation, food, transportation, everything. And you just need to do the labor work. But when my wife came, all of that gone, and we need to handle everything by ourselves. And I understand that, oh my God, my income, it's not quite enough. It's actually incredible, less than our expenses. So basically it was all the way through fighting till 2017 to get better financial position. And we were living in small master bedroom with another Filipino couple in 2-bedroom apartment. And we want kids. And basically we understood that it's not the best time, financial position to get the kids. So we were logically understanding that. But one day my wife came in the room and with the, she was crying and with just scarcity in the voice, she said, I'm pregnant. And it wasn't happiness in her face. It was really fear in her eyes. And she sit down and start crying. And we both wish that, we both want that, but we both understand how incredible hard it would be, because we are not even in our own apartment. It's a small room where we won't be able to bring the kid in. It won't be allowed. So basically I said, no worries, let me go to the pharmacy and I will take another test just to double check. And I went outside. It was 24th February 2017. And I went outside. It was plus 35 degrees. I'm in Al Khail Gate in Dubai. I'm just staying next to the pharmacy near my home. And I just stuck. And my knees, my arms, everything is shaking. I cannot move. I just really feeling scared, quite scared. That moment I just squeezed my arms and said to myself, I won't allow my baby to come in the financial world where I am today, where I grow up and where I am today staying. And as I just breathe hardly, I promised to myself, went to the pharmacy, and the story begins. So basically, long story short, all the screwed ups happen after. But after that, in August 2017, I found out what is e-commerce means. I was shocked, no way. Is it possible? I can make money from laptop. I can really generate some income online. Is it not a fake? Is it not a scam? Oh my God. And I became addicted with the Facebook advertising, with e-commerce. And I opened my first e-commerce store, which was calling mykitycatzone.com. 29th of September, I launched it in 2017, and I started losing all the savings. Like I saved some amount. I was working on 5 jobs that time, like in the gas company as a salesperson. So I was like improving myself and moved to the gas company, which is wow, incredible, but at the end, no salary less than in hospitality. But for experience, I've been there. I've been on the actors classes and different things just to like get some income for e-commerce business to invest. And basically, I lost everything what I had. My wife was about to divorce with me. I sent her to Ukraine to deliver there, and she was like, "You have to stop it." And I was addicted. My eyes was like just full of fire, and I was like, she didn't understand. Nobody in Ukraine understood that time e-commerce. What does it mean? She said, "You're in some sector. Stop it. I don't want to hear anything." And I was already started getting money from my friends, and like friends were saying to me, "Stop it! Like, please don't do what you're doing." And basically, all the things happened for the 6 months almost. And January 2018, I got the mentor, and in the first 8 days, 15 days together, I made my $8,000 in the profitable sales. And I understand, oh, that's definitely something. And October 2018, my first 50,000 a month, 150,000 November, 150 plus in December, and so on. So the story started being better with the different screwed ups, with the different problems. But basically, I was all the journey from the beginning till that moment, I was sharing online in social medias. And basically, especially Facebook that time. And I became quite known as a guy who was always losing, but always saying and motivating other people that start getting results. And this is where it became requests. Anatoly, can you teach me? Can you share with me? Can you be my mentor? I'm like, what? Me? Like guys from United States asking Ukrainian guy from UAE, like, come on, like, is it a joke? So basically, I start coaching and I understand that system is replicatable. So everything what I know, it's working on other cases. And it's incredible. So I start like mentoring people for a couple of years since 2018 till 2020. I was actively mentoring people one-on-one, like 7 days a week. I had full schedules of mentoring others and plus managing a couple of my stores with my business partner at that time. And basically it was going on until March 2020 when people start asking me more and more, can you manage for me? Can you manage for me? And basically this is where the idea came that I opened my agency, GSM Growth, and we launched it and established the agency in 25th of March 2020. So already over 4 years working. And the agency started growing so fast. It was incredible experience from in a couple of months from 0 to 12 employers, from 0 to 40 customers, and like definitely a lot of fun. So now we are operating for 4 years. We are 34 team members right now and already generated over 32 million in online sales for our customers. And basically on my end, I went to this horizontal scaling of the business. So we have as well software, ecomscout.io, where we created for our advertisers in the team, and as well as published that for all the people who are outside there. And plus real estate market in United States, investing in the properties, which is like Colin Bird method. And it's already 5 doors in our company and so on. So step by step, just keep getting better and improving the lives of my team and our customers.
Fascinating journey. And there are so many questions I would like to ask, but I want to focus on the topic that we are about to have, which is about managing people and leading people in your company. But before that, it goes a bit with the people part. 2 questions. First one, when everyone around you was saying, Anatoly, stop doing what you're doing right now, what kept you going? For month and month, you were losing, you were borrowing money, people were turning away from you or saying that you're crazy, you're in a sect. What was that commitment and that belief that kept you going?
Yeah, that's a good one, because like usually people put in for themselves they're like there is thing which is called why, and most of the people keeping the why for themselves as a financial goal. Look, your financial goal, of course, it must be, but it shouldn't be your main purpose. So if it would be just for me, most probably I would be quit just because it didn't work in a couple of $100 spent. What is happening for most of the newbies who has their why as a making just income. But my why was strong. It's my son about to come into this world, and I have nothing to give it to him. And here is opportunities of all my life, which I never seen, and it's incredible. And it's like one of the most like easier thing to do, like what I can what I can be done with my own life experience. And basically everything is learnable. I understood that, so I switched my mind, and I had this really strong why, which is like when people were saying to me, "You're crazy," when I almost crashed 4 times when I was driving at night from one of my part-times in nightclubs. I was sleeping for over a year for 2 to 4 hours a day. Like I was working on 5 different jobs, as I said, and I didn't have days off. And when I finished the nightclub job, like restaurants part-times, villa servicing part-times, I was coming like 11, 1, 2 a.m. And for another few hours, I was working on my store. So I was always nonstop going and even sleeping for a couple hours, just like to be able to succeed. And that kind of push in my head that my baby is about to come, and that kind of like fire in my eyes was really eliminating all the people what they were saying to me. If they were saying to me, I was just like, okay, it's fine. Because at that time as well, like every day, I love to read, and that time I was reading a lot of motivational books just to keep myself being on track. And it's like one of the best things what I could do, because like people will be always pushing you on something easier, on something safe. When opposite side, I was reading books about the risks, about the business, about the successful cases of the highest entrepreneurs in the world, and I understand one common thing: they never quit, they never listen anyone, and they just following their goal. That's all. And like, why is the most important? Yeah.
Speaking of listening to no one, then you hire a mentor, and that's a bit of a turning point for your business. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I guess in part it was not. So tell us about, like, okay, you're hearing from all these books or reading in these books, like the common denominator, one of them for those entrepreneurs, is that they don't listen to the opinions of the others, of the naysayers. Why do you decide to hire someone to guide you through the journey?
Very interesting question, because it's actually important to understand. You do not listen people who pushing you to quit, who pushing you for the easier way, who pushing you to not taking risks. So those kind of people, look on their background. I mean, they're your friends and they're not bad, but he's working like as a waiter. He's working as a manager somewhere for all his life, and like what's on his background. He's cool dude, he's great friend, but he's not a successful business owner. So none of those people in my surrounding were business owners. None of them, zero. And everyone who were saying that, it was parents of my wife. It was my wife. My mom said to me, "I believe in you. I don't know what you're doing, but you will be able to like achieve." That was for me enough. And I wasn't even listening that, but I was in love that my mom was not like giving pressure to me. She was just know that I understand what I'm doing, and like it's my decision. So basically, by that being said, you have like, if the wrong people pushing you for something, like why would you follow wrong people in terms of, okay, my kittycatzone.com, good example. I was thinking, what niche should I start? What niche should I start? And instead of like figure it out and text it in the Facebook groups to the people who are already in the business, I start asking my friends waiters, my friends managers in the company, what niche would be the best? And all of them, oh, kitty cats, it's the number one video views in internet. I'm like, cats. And I'm not saying that it's a bad niche, but it's super limited niche. You know, it's super low margin niche. For not experienced person, low margin niche is quite a big problem. So I'm just saying that I was like taking advices from some wrong people. And basically, when I was reading all those books, what I mentioned, as well, another common thing, always, it's about all of them, in some period of their life, had a mentor. And actually, when you're going, you get in another's mentor. So now I have mentor in real estate. I have like mastermind mentors in the agency founders community, where we like hundreds of the agency founders who are speaking about the agencies, sharing the fuck ups, sharing the wins, and like helping each other. So you always has to be in surrounding of some mentors and people in similar mentality as you and the similar direction of the business. So there you won't hear, you have to take low risk, you have to slow down. There is going to be always pushing forward you to achieve more. And like mentor, if it's for the right stuff, like I found out the mentor, and for me it was so scared. I never had a mentor. I was believing it's scam. I paid one guy 300 pounds in November 2017. He promised me that he'll make me millions. And obviously as a newbie, I like, yeah, it's that guy. I paid him and he ran away. So I was really like, I was Ukrainian who that time, like online payments wasn't that kind of common thing. Even I used to live in UAE, online payments, it wasn't something really convenience. And everyone were thinking that there is a lot of scam. And basically, by understanding and changing my mentality, I understood that with the right mentor, I will be able to succeed. And I found out one guy who I was following for a couple of months, and then he made an offer in the end of January 2018, 50% for like his program, and I just decided to join, and that was a definitely game changer.
I love it what you're saying here, Anatoly, about when you do need to listen to people, but people who are in the arena, as Brendan Brown says. You don't listen to the naysayers who are sitting around and just spectators and throwing tomatoes or rotten eggs at you. If people are in the arena, then you can pay attention to what they say. But I guess it's still this balance, the tricky balance between listening to even experienced people who are in the arena and what you're feeling, following your gut, your why, as you said. So let's talk about your team. You started growing. You as you said, we first grew from 1 employee yourself, then to 12 people, and now you're 34. How has the journey been with getting people on board? From what did you start actually? Let's talk about the practicalities. Which functions or specialities did you hire first?
Yeah, sure. So actually, my agency opened in 2020 and 2019, and this is when I start getting requests for managing stores for people. And I actually got one friend of mine. I came back to Ukraine from UAE when I was focusing on my business and mentorship. And basically, there was a friend who only one knew English and can speak properly. And he is good copywriter. He didn't know that. He's just like a creative person. And I realized that he could be a good copywriter and good media buyer if I would teach him. And basically, I got a couple of stores, and one of those stores we were able to bring to 6 millions in total performance. So it was like just incredible like success, and that's what pushed me to take that step to transit into the management. And basically, I said to him like, "Hey man, you know English, you're hungry, and like you could be good copywriter. I can teach you be a media buyer. Would you like to let me mentoring you and give you a couple of clients where we're gonna be managing stores together?" And he like, "Yeah, why not? Like, what does it mean managing stores? Well, like, what does it mean media buyer?" I like, okay, no worries. So I taught him quite a bit, and after that, he was my first employee for almost a year. And 2020, when I made decision to transit, we start like I had a lot of students. Some of them were successful, some of them were not because of lack of the finances, lack of the doing the homework, lack of just like it's not theirs. So there is definitely not 100% success rate, obviously. So that's why, but some of them were lack of finances, but such incredible, talented media buyers, talented designers. So they just like really cool people. They addicted to the e-com, they addicted to media buying part, but they just cannot moving forward with the mentorship because the finances or managing their stores because it didn't deliver them yet break even and profitability to keep going. So basically, I just like listened my mentor, and he said to me, start speaking to a student. I said, how I will open the agency? Like, where I will get my first employers? And he said, you have a bunch of students, just offer to them. And I was thinking, it's a good idea. And basically, my first hirings were definitely media buyers because like that moment, only what I was needed, it's media buyers. I was closing deals by myself. By that time, I already get one young guy from Ukraine who doesn't speak English, but can text. He texting well, but cannot speak. And he was killing it. He was closing 25 deals a month with just DMs in Instagram. It was just insane. But basically, what I want to say that I got one salesperson, this guy, and I hire like couple of the media buyers from my students who addicted to media buying, but cannot like moving forward. I know that, and I knew that they are really would be excited for that because they just finished working as a waiters. They save some money and just quit on that and start e-commerce. And now they have no cash anymore. They cannot continue. And like, here you go. I said, would you like to work on me? And you're going to be making money and plus learning from me for free. And you will be able to continue doing what you're doing. And it was the best offer what they ever got. So basically one of them is still working with me from day one. Alexei, his name, and he is just incredible media buyer. He doesn't want to be a manager. He doesn't want to nobody. He wants to be a media buyer. We offer him several times promotion. He doesn't want to be there. So basically, I started hiring media buyers, ex-students who I used to work 6 months ago. I just reach out to them. Hey, Ben, by the way, XYZ. He like, wow, yeah, I have a store now, but I would love to have more experience. And basically, I got couple of media buyers in the first couple of weeks. And then by the 3 or 4 months, we had already more people in sales department, and we got more people in the media buying, and we had 60 plus clients, something like that. And I understand that I'm not a gum. I cannot scratch myself. I really I can't be everywhere. And I was in every single chat with every single client. I was the project manager. I was the customer support. I was everything. And plus I was mentor of every single media buyer separately, one-on-one, coaching them on every single store. It was kind of nightmare, but I was so excited. I was so I was just pushing forward no tomorrow. And that's what gives me possibilities to overtake that hell, because it was definitely a hell. And I didn't know what I'm doing. I'm building the company, but for me, it's kind of random things happen. But basically, I understand that I need managers. So I need delegation. We need to delegate this stuff. Not because I want to now keep the passive income and go to the swimming pool and chill, which has never happened to me after 7 years in e-commerce. I never chill next to the swimming pool. Even if I'm living next to the swimming pool, I'm not chilling. And it's insane. I said to my wife that it's insane that I cannot even swim and relax because I'm always busy with something. Just this is who I am. And with new ideas, with new areas. But the thing is that it was kind of part just as a joke, but as a reality that I start hiring managers. And I was thinking, what's the best? To hire someone from the outside with the experience, which I don't know how to do yet, or giving promotion to guys who are already working with me for a couple of months, who are addicted to what they are doing, and they are similar to me because I choose them. They were my students in the past, so I know who they are and how well they are in terms of personal management. And I offered to one of my ex-students who was already my media buyer position as a manager, and he accepted. Okay, awesome. So and I start saying, now I'm gonna be teaching you how to manage the team instead of me managing the team. So we became from me being manager everywhere to mentor on the manager, and manager is jumping into all the projects until he will be too busy to hire another one. So in another 4 months, we hired another manager from another media buyers. And in the same time, when I hire first manager to the media buyer, I understand I have to hire sales manager, because as well, we were having that time 8 or 9 salespeople already. And I need to understand how to manage them. And I had one real killer, one of our existing clients. He joined us, one of the first clients to manage store for him. He was in love with who we are. And he's from Serbia, but living in Sweden. And he said, I made a stories post hey, I'm hiring for the sales manager, for the sales reps, if anyone interested. And he reached out. Anatoly, I wish to be part of your team. I'm it's strange, he's our client. And basically, I let him in, and he became a best salesperson because he's an existing client. He knows how everything is working. He has successful case, and he is the best person to sell. Kind of references by we giving him leads. And he was really good. And after that, I offered him to be a manager to start building his own team. And basically, this is where things switched, and we start growing with the sales department. He started focusing more on the management side. On my side, I was managing on mentoring him and mentoring other managers in the media buying. So by end of the year, we ended up with 12 people. Next year, 19 or 20. Another year, it's 2022, we ended up 44 team members. And 2023, we ended up 34 team members because there was a exact reason why we done that. I believe we will come now in the next steps to that particular part.
Yeah, let's dive into that. You've been growing, but then something happened and you decided to get the team, trim it a bit, let's say it that way. So what kind of challenges arose from that growth, from the team that has become bigger and maybe more diverse? Tell us about the challenges.
Yeah, the number one thing that we were learning on the going. I was hiring people not on the experience, I was hiring people on the potential. That's the best thing what you can do when you are in the startup, because they are cheaper, because they are able to go on the specific deals, agreements, and like basically nobody of them had this basic salary. None of them. My team doesn't have basic salaries. Only a couple of people who like secretary, PR department, they have a basic salary, but still they have a bonus system as well. But everyone else has bonus system, commission-based system. Yeah, so that's the thing. I was building the team according to my mentality. If you want to make money, you have to go and hunt for it and making sure that you will achieve those results to get paid. So basically, it's the best win-win scenario, because if they would be on the basic plus some bonuses, they will be okay, but won't be fire, But when they don't have basics and they know if they won't achieve XYZ performance according to the goals which I placed for them, the client will leave, they won't get paid. The client won't achieve results, they won't get bonuses, XYZ. So it was all win-win scenario. And this is how I build a team. And no, far no, nobody, like so many people doesn't want to go into that way. And for me, it's fine. We don't need those all people. We need just a couple who are hungry, who are really humble and want to be part of the team who is going to be just fighting for the best possible results, and there is no ceilings to the income. Our sales guys as well, there is zero basics, only commission based, and like it's, or they will get the deal somewhere, or they won't make money. And at the end, like they have incredible income from, to compare like any kind of income in Europe, in Ukraine, it's just like half year or 1 year income of the regular person in Europe. In Ukraine, it's maybe 5 years income. So basically, that's how like I give them possibilities to generate, and they just was learning from me as from the mentor. So I built the company as a mentorship program, but everything around the GSM. The quote is in the company: use the GSM as a tool to achieve your own results, to achieve your own goals. And that was the game changer when I switched that kind of mindset in the company. When, as I was saying, we were learning on the go, and at the beginning I was just teaching guys, well, not teaching, I was asking them to follow my goals, my visions. So like, I'm an owner of the company, I became a CEO. For me, it was shocked. I'm a CEO. Oh my God, seriously? Like, come on. Like, but okay, I like, no way. Now I need to understand that I have to play different level. I start reading different books and do the time management and so on. But the thing is that I understand I'm an SEO and I'm just a visionary person, and I'm sharing with them where we're going, and they following that. Why? Because they're working for me. And obviously they will follow. And that was the mistake. That's actually what all the companies are doing. And I was like thinking about that, and I decided to go another way. And I started asking, what's important for them? Where they want to be in a couple of years? What's their plan of achievements, financial, personal, body achievements, whatever, relationships before end of the year? What they would like to be and where they want to be? Like how much they want to travel? What's the real wish from the team? So for example, one team member, one manager, he wants to make as much as possible and don't care how. He just like money-based person. And you understanding that's one mentality. And another mentality, I was sure it's the same, but no, he's okay to make it a bit less, keep it balanced between personal life and like income, still high income, but do not like over push and travel at least once in 3 weeks. So like different people, different mentality. And basically I heard what they said, and like since we were building a company on win-win scenario, like they were having flexible schedule. The most important, not from when to when you're working, the most important that till end of the day, task has to be done. And the team grow up as a independent business owners. Each department, it's a separate business. Each department, it's like entrepreneurship, where like if you will achieve results, you'll get paid. Client will pay you, which is GSM is your client, let's say. But if you won't, you will lose the money. So basically everyone has this kind of entrepreneurial mindset, all the top management. And when I find out what's important for them, we start following like what's going to be the best way to do that, and like flexible schedule, one of that. And like we were not having weekends and day off and vacations for the first 3 years, 7 days a week, 1 a.m., 4 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 p.m. Doesn't matter. If I have a task, we are jumping in and working. So it's like not for everyone. It's hard, but everyone understanding the possibilities of income, and everyone addicted to what they are doing. And that's basically was the win for the company. And don't think that
Where
it's
did the
like,
challenges come?
yeah,
I'm
so
very curious because from what you're saying right now, it's all win-win and everyone is like there with the right fit. But from what I understand, there were some glitches in the system there. So I want to get to the Anatoliy.
yeah, that's why like it was just like, that rambling to give understanding of like what kind of people are now and why it happened. So like what's the reason of that kind of strong team membership in our company. But it's all great when everything is pushing. Great profitability. And it's true, like all the win-wins in the first 2 years. It's just like pushing hard, profitability high, everything is amazing. Team is like, I found out how to speak to them. Team is growing. The team is hiring by themselves their team members in different departments. So actually win-win, exactly. But when you are super profitable and when you're pushing every single month like to the next level of revenues, everything is so sweet, and you closing the eyes on some problems, on some mistakes. And you're like, okay, hire more people, more people, more people. Let's achieve, let's move, let's more clients, let's get more clients, and so on. You're looking on the metrics. It was basic calculation on my end. I was doing all the finances by myself, and I start feeling that something is just like eat the profitability. Something is really wrong. And in the like when I noticed that, it was 2022 when war is happened. We had 44 team members. One of my goals was to save the company, to make sure that the company will alive, because 70% of team members are Ukrainians, and most of them that time was in Ukraine. So for me was the main goal to keep company alive, to make sure that people won't lose their job. And that's basically where like I put the big attention to. And I was surprised again who was our team in terms of like how they react and how they act during all those horrible situations in Ukraine in the first couple of months. And we get recorded months in our company. And there, like, where was like, I was thinking this is exactly where switch happened. I was thinking that we are on the top of the world. Like, come on, like even war happening, and we like just pushing forward and so on. And I just start getting depression because of what happening, because of the like personal life and all that stuff. And in a couple of months, I realized that something is going wrong. Our revenues is staying the same and even going down, but our expenses is quite insane, and we have complaints, and we have a lot of things happening. And this is exactly when the business owners start taking attention. Like when you are always pushing forward and everything is high, you're just closing your eyes and like, everything is awesome. My team is awesome. My guys are like the best. But when things start fluctuate and you understand that something like financially you cannot cover several parts, and for what reason you don't understand, we decide to hire the CFO. It was summer 2022. CFO came and he got all the financial reports from my end from the past years and made the financial metrics, where we decide to make the like to make the minimum criteria for media buyers as a KPIs, and see who was following those KPIs for the past years. And almost none of them were performing as great as I was thinking. And majority of them was really bad. but they were cool dudes. They were cool dudes. We just moving forward. We just like making money. But at the end, they're not doing what they're doing. And only like 20% of the people in the company were not 20, but I mean, like much less people were doing what they're doing by themselves without metrics, without KPIs. They were just pushing forward. Rest were just like chilling and like enjoying the progress, I would say.
So how were they paid? Because if I understand correctly, they were also supposed to be paid based on their results.
Exactly.
How are you for all these years? If you didn't have any KPIs, what were you doing, and what did you base your commission and bonus system on?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So basically, we have like payments by keeping holding the client with us. So like client is paying for next month, they get in part. And if they deliver like results for the client and we get in profit revenue share, which is in our agreements with the clients, they get in like quite fatty checks on the top and other small parts where they can get extra income. And majority of people were just making minimum required, which is keeping the clients. And I was like, guys, okay, yeah, it's the wrong client. I was listening the excuses. The client is asshole. The client is not responding and all that stuff. And sometimes it's correct because I've been in some of the chats in the beginning, but most of the time it was just an excuse. And I was listening because they were so cool dudes, so good buddies of mine. They're working with me from the first day of the company. They are like just great guys, I would say. And experience will come, everything will come, no worries, like you doing what I'm saying, but at the end he wasn't doing what I'm saying. When I delegate to the managers were teaching them and so on, but closing eyes on what I wasn't put attention on. And when we find out, we just created a KPI, which was 2022 September. And we announced to the team, hey team, this is where you right now. And we show them the numbers. And like, according to those metrics, only you, and you really on the line. Everyone else in next 90 days or will improve or will get out of the company. And for me, it was so painful to even pronounce that thing because they're so awesome dudes. They are so like, it's my team. We've been in Turkey together. We've been in the Barcelona together. Like we are a team. Like why would I fire them? But this was one moment when I realized that why I didn't have financial director before. Why? Yeah.
What were the emotions and your thoughts going through your mind? What kind of stories did you build based on that? When the CFO is coming, showing you the data, you're realizing that, okay, you're having cool dudes, but they're actually not serving their customers in the best way possible. And by that, they're also, in a way, failing the business, even though you're growing and so on, but it's still not according to the standards you would like to set for the whole team, including yourself. What did you make it mean about yourself as the business owner and the leader?
First of all, I feel shame that I was closing eyes on so many things. I feel bad that we lost most probably so many great customers with no reason. I feel like guilty because listen, everything what is happening in your business, everything doesn't matter. Like if even cleaning lady doing the bad job, it's only because of the leader of the company, only, not because of the cleaning lady, not because of the middle management, top management. It's because of you. Like you are responsible for all the mistakes in the company. You're responsible how you manage your team, how you mentoring your team members, and how you controlling the stuff. And that was for me big shame. And I'm such a good dude. I'm such a good guy that hiring for me or firing for me, it's painful. Like my manager's firing most of the time and just giving them green light and they fire it. But here I have to take the action. I have to pull the trigger. And for me, that call, it was first call with all the media buyers together because that time before we had only separate calls. And from that moment, we started getting all the media buyers on the same call and like speaking to them straight. And basically, this is where we became the real company. We started building the company culture. We had a company culture, but it was about leadership. It was about the pushing forward and so on, but about responsibilities on the lower ground people. We must be on the right straight line in the same call with everyone. And this is where like things start changing. We said to them that it has to be changed or day out. And basically, this is where like me as a leader, I start failing a lot because in couple of months we fire a couple of people. But before end of the 2022, we fire 10 people, which is from 45 team members, we became 35. And like that was quite good cleaning, but still there was couple of guys and girls who we need to give another chance. Like bro, like I'm calling by myself. Like, listen, like we're doing everything for you the best. Just push, just like this and that, because he's so good. I mean, I know him from day one. And this is where I was
what
failing
was the
as a
difference between these people whom you let go of and these 10 or a couple, or no, I mean, a couple of those who still stayed? What did you see in them? Why did you want to give them another chance? Support them?
emotional. It's emotional. Like the other 10 people, they were really sucks, and they won't improve in their performance. And we like just get rid of because they were working, let's say, less than 6 months, less than 1 year. But other couple of people, they were working with us for a while, and I had emotional feelings. How can I fire him? No, he can improve. He's from day one with me. He respected me. I know that he can do better. So as a leader, the most sucks thing what you can do is giving yourself excuses why someone not good enough as a team member supposed to stay in your company. Like it was one of the hardest decisions that time. It was May 2023. So another 6 months I was holding one single person, which is actually was the core problem of the whole team. So we have 4 different media buying teams and 4 different top managers in media buying. And like one media buying team was always sucks, and we fired almost all the media buyers, and he hired new media buyers under him, and still all of them were sucks.
He was the manager.
Yeah,
team.
yeah, and we were, I was closing eyes on him, and my top manager was closing eyes on him, and like this media buyer is not improving, not improving, out. Like the girl who was not improving for a while, okay, he was saying that manager who is sucks, he was saying like, yeah, she will be improved, like let's give her a chance, and I was giving a chance again and again. It was like disaster. Like I was closing my eyes and like, come on, like we have to fire her, and finally we fired because I didn't have emotional attached to her. But one moment in April 2023, I just decided to finally open my eyes and look on KPIs and ask my CFO, can you give me the recordings of the last 12 months exactly for this team? What's their numbers? What's their profitability for the company, profitability for the clients, and exactly just this team for this manager? And we find out that problem is not in the media buyers, most probably, because look, again, whatever you're doing or someone else in your company doing, it's like leadership problem, you done mistakes. And this is exactly where I start looking on him. He's the leader in his department. And I spoke to another top managers. I like, guys, there is something definitely wrong, and I believe Alex has to go. And I said, I don't know how, but I have to do that, because like for me it was so painful. He was like, GSM is everything for him. He was always like living in the GSM family style, GSM, everything GSM. He moved to United States, like, and speaking about GSM everywhere. And like, how can fire such a cool dude, such a good friend, such a like, and after that, like, friend, how I'm thinking about him and looking on numbers, I said, no, enough is enough. And basically it was hard conversation taken. And I realized one thing: when you feel that you want to fire someone, you have to do that faster, because actually it's not you. When we fire one salesperson as well, she was with us for a while, and at that moment when we fired in several people, I realized that you actually taking for some people, most probably even for all, you giving them actually best approach, because they just in the wrong place. They just like not where they supposed to be. They doing they're not excited about. Like, and by making that hard decisions and like firing someone is just crying, I don't want to leave, like what can I do better and so on. They don't understand yet that it's actually for better for them. Not for company for sure, but for them. And basically when I was talking to him, I said, listen, I'm more than sure that there's something is waiting for you better. He was ex-media buyer. I cannot offer him media buying job again. I mean, it would be not correct after 1 year or 1.5 years as a manager. I cannot offer him like downscale, and I just understanding that he has to go. When he
Did you
he was
identify?
soft. He was not good manager. He is incredible, honest person. He is incredible, initiative person. But he is introvert, which is bad for the manager. Introvert manager, it's hard.
This
I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, yeah, it depends of what's the perspective of his role. And second thing that he was agree always with his media buyers instead of giving them hard time when they are wrong. Whatever they're saying, he just agree and allow them. Whatever they're saying, he agree and allow them. Basically, when we move his team to all the other 3 teams, he had 4 media buyers at the time. Two of those 4 became best media buyers in the team.
So it's
with the
about
right management.
or giving the right guidance, right? And teaching the people, mentoring them.
And giving them hard time when it's needed. Real challenges.
Why is that important?
To wake them up. Because everyone, look, even if it's bad, like human being, this is what I learned from the life experience and company experience. Even if it's a bad, when it's great, human is behaving okay. Human brain behaving great, feeling comfortable and great. When it's bad, human behaving adapting and feeling okay even when it's bad, which is weird because you won't get paid. But they will cry, they will excuse, and they won't do nothing because they just the brain is focusing on making comfortable, and it's bad but comfortable, and that's the thing. And sometimes when this comfortable in the bad scenarios happen, someone from the management should come and give you hard time, not to like bullish you or like give you make you feel bad. No, to wake you up, to let you understand where you screwed up, and to let you understand that you won't stay here forever if you want change. And especially like in the culture like our company, that the results is must. And basically, by having the KPIs in place and tracking of daily basis data, and plus people move to the another management, in a matter of 3 weeks, they perform like never before.
I want to pause, Anatoly, on the giving the hard time. Sorry. In practice, what is that conversation? Do you have the guidelines within an organization how it has to happen? I'm meeting so many managers who are avoiding that conversation because they don't have the script, they don't know how to do it, they avoid it. So are you helping your managers deal with those conversations in a constructive, healthy way?
Yeah, that's a sensitive question, but a good one. Because like every single manager, like first of all, I'm just pushing them to have this conversation because nobody like comfortable to go and like have the hard times, like without enough reason for it. So I'm like looking on the top of numbers and so on, and just saying what's happening there, asking them and so on, top management. And when they give me feedback, I'm giving them a guideline that you have to speak to him, you have to guide it, and so on. And later on, it came in there by themselves on their end from their experience, but still, like I have to be like looking on the top and giving some not objection, like some points which is concerning me. And then I hear or the logical feedback or something like I will speak with him. And basically, it's all about the manager. Some manager like just giving straight, or you will improve, or you like just out of the company, nothing specific, just like. But some of them, one of them actually who his team performing the most actually. Yeah, so all of them performing great, but his team has like kind of, I don't know, maybe the core working things like the hardest one. I mean the strongest one, and maybe because of that. So time to time, once in a couple of months, maybe he has like kind of bad boss conversation, like when bad cop, good cop, but here is only bad cop, and he like yes, he love to say that word, which is I don't want to say the word, but not everyone understanding Russian and Ukrainian, so I'll say бить санными тряпками. This is the way how he's speaking with them. So it means like to punch them like in the worst case scenario, directly into their personal in their personality, and having the hard time of explaining them why they are wrong and what exactly wrong. So when they are leaving, they're scared and they start waking up and taking action. And basically his team not switching at all. His 5 media buyers staying for like since 2022 for sure, since those guys came in from another team and so on. So like his team always on place and always delivering. So he just like one of the hardest speaking managers with his team one-on-one. He just jumping one-on-one and just beating them, I would say, by words.
How do the team members, those media buyers, feel? Like,
Respect.
okay.
Because like, look, the main point, how he's doing that, it's his personality. Why he's doing that, it's like what I was mentoring him in the past years and what he understood by himself, that he delivers them those kind of punches with the matter of, I want to educate you, I want to help you out, I see that something is wrong, and here is why. And he started giving them hard time by explaining where they're screwed ups, and then coming back, repeating what he said at the beginning, that all of that said is just to help you open the eyes and implement what need to be implemented. Actually, now such kind of conversations on his end not happening, but like sometimes just on specific moments, not about results, but specific moments, you have to give them those kind of like hard times. Like other guys, other managers, they're more soft, but strict to the rules. And they explain it as well, but softer. He is really straight guy, and his team respecting him because they knows like if he's doing that, it's doing for their better, for their best. It's first thing. And second thing, when everything is just stable and fine, he is always on the top of them to protect them. When we had a hard time and we were firing people, he was fighting for every single team member in his side, and he was not allowing me to fire anyone. He was only one. He was saying, I don't want to get paid from that guy for next 3 months. Just give them a chance. This is who he is. And that's why respect is there from the team members. He wasn't getting paid from a couple of guys for a couple of months as a manager just because like he knows that they will be better. And like he believes because it's all about him. And if he won't achieve, he risking his own income.
What I'm hearing is that he's tough in a fair way, first
Yeah.
of all. So he's not just looking for some coming up with the reasons to beat the person up. And secondly, that toughness comes with the support as well. So he's fighting for his people, and he's also providing the support they need to grow and to improve and to learn their lessons. It's just that he's not beating around the bush.
Yeah. An important thing that we're speaking about the like screwed ups and how we manage that and what's the behind the scene happening and so on. But let's go to a bit another way. How to control, we have in the company since that moment, we have churn rate almost zero. Like people not leaving the company. We could fire because of the not deliverability or something else, because all those KPIs and the metrics are in front of my eyes every single day. But the thing is that all what was happening and what is happening, it's all about the core values of the company, that we are behind the team who deserve to stay in the company. They're gonna be getting the best. So like when you're following the remote team and you don't have churn rate, there is something definitely supposed to happen in the company. And basically we are speaking about hard times, but on good times and average times, what's happening? Like we see KPI went down in a couple of days or for a couple of last days. Manager instantly just jumping on the call without like needed to request or whatever. He just jumping on the call. What's happening? No, it's fine. No, I see the metrics. I know that there is a lack of performance. There is XYZ, but is it something on your personal? No, I'm fine. Man, tell me. Like I'm with you. And basically, yeah, I just like broke up with my girlfriend. Oh, my mom in the hospital. I just got sick. Whatever. I mean, different things. And he's asking that not just to like give them hard time or whatever. He starts supporting them mentally. About the girlfriend, 1.5 hour conversation about life, you are young and all that stuff, or about the boyfriend, about the mom. How is the mom? What happened? How GSM can help her out? Like, and what kind of support we can give? Do you need a week or something? So team will cover you. That's like the hard times could be on place, but majority of the things happening in average and good times where support is going such incredible that they don't want to leave the company because nobody take care of them that much like we are. And plus we delivering them the high level United States coaches, education program, and so on. We first years of the company, we were invested multiple six figures. It's like hundreds, 150, $200,000 in the first 2 years. In a year, we were investing into the education, different courses, different mentorships, programs, groups, all that stuff. Now it's less, but it's more high quality people. It's 1 or 2 in a year, but still like they getting value, financial value of education. It's a Harvard education, NBA, and all the top universities. Amount is equal, even bigger, of investment into their knowledge in our industry. So by that being said, like programs of trainings, people are caring of them and they're working on remote, so they don't meet each other. All of that delivers the respect. And plus, they know that they don't have ceiling in income. Now with KPIs, they know bonuses, what they can get extra from XYZ level of performance. And all of them wants to be at least on the like here, not on the middle. If some of them staying for a couple of months on the minimum required criteria, they're already under the radar. And like in a couple of months after like taking with them a lot of like extra approaches, you see that their KPIs again growing. Or that person leaving, which is like almost not happening, but still, like we always like reminding them that the KPIs has to be not stable. One guy was stable since the moment we create the KPIs, and he was stable always on the minimum criteria. And like, Dima is good. He's on minimum all the time. He's fine. And like, why would now it's the next level, guys? We won't allow them to be on the same level for 3 months. On the 3 months maximum, we have to push them. Like if they're on minimum criteria, it means they can be better. They just doing everything on minimum, do not get fired, which is bullshit. Now this person has potential. One of those guys who was 6 months or even 9 months, something like that, on the same level, super perfect, sweet. When we had a conversation with him, his manager done that in the nice, polite way and explained it. In the 4 months from that moment, now he has a store which is delivering like multiple 6 figures, super profitable results, and his performance from minimum became almost on the highest one in terms of like KPIs. Again, just put attention on the numbers and have conversations, right one on time. If they have a problems, find out and help them out. Or try to help them out, show them that you care, because we care. We really care. It's not to show up. We really care because they are our team members. They are core of our company. And the second thing, if everything is bad, be okay to have a hard conversation and don't get them too much time to excuse and like affect your company. Just like fire them. And now we are more strict about the firing because that can't happen again. And we became 34 team members and delivering much higher results for our customers than ever before. In the last 1.5 years, we deliver incredible results, incredible to compare to the first years of the company. But first years of the company was the quantity, pushing. And now it's a quantity with the quality of the performance from my team. So I respect what we are doing, and I know that the customers more happier and like more successful cases on our end happening.
I know that you need to leave and you're late to your meeting, but I would like to just summarize, Anatoly, with what your learnings as the leader and the business owner are from the tough time of creating this system to look at the data, looking at that, facing your emotions, diving through them to take the tough decisions. If an entrepreneur is listening and he's sitting or she's sitting in that situation, and it could be like I've had CEOs who says, okay, this person is toxic for the culture in my team, but they have the very specific expertise and we depend on that expertise. So I'm not going to get rid of them. To that kind of leader, what can you say when the emotions go against the data but you as a business leader need to take responsibility and make a step.
I love that you asked that. I mean, as a summary, I will give you some short story and you'll understand why. Because I was planning to share that. And like about the team, I can speak about a lot of micro management things. And there is one story from 2022 summer when like everything was happening and I started realizing something was wrong and that person was fired first. And I realized that moment I realized why it's so important to fire people. So I had the best ever possible personal CEO assistant, executive assistant. She was young, but so incredible. Because she had experience in from the IT company in the past for 1.5 years. They built company from scratch to 60 employers in like short period of time, and she was like headhunter, HR assistant, everything. And she after that like I don't remember for what reason, but anyway, we hired her. And I was like, no way, she's so experienced. She brought so much into the company about the system. She brought so much into the company structure in terms of the team management. She brought so much free time for me in terms of covering all. When I like she came as a secretary and she like give us so much value that I brought her to the executive assistant. And the thing is, she was a bit toxic, but super experienced. And when she was a bit toxic, it's fine. I noticed that some people are not happy to be on the calls with her. But when I said to her, listen, like from now on, you're executive assistant, she accepted. It's awesome. She became a bitch. She became a real asshole. And the way how she was talking to the team members who are from day one with me, who are like core valuable team members in the company, and she was speaking to them like really as a queen to the slaves, and that was so bad. And I was closing my eyes for a short period of time. And that story, why I'm saying that experience and toxic or experience is just wrong culture people. That's where I learned that she was so experienced and I was so scared to lose her because she automated my own processes so well. She was doing my personal life things. She was doing my business things. Everything for me was done by her, and it was so sweet and and plus bring more and more things to the company. But I noticed that my PR lady, who is very, very important for me as a person, she's the core person in the company, and like she was always upset all the time. And on the calls, that lady was bullishing her like really hard way, and I was closing my eyes, like I said, like Nastya, like slow down, blah blah blah. But then my managers were like independent all the years, and they are just good. They don't want to be on the calls. They want to finish calls faster and so on. And that's where I found out that I had a call with a couple of team members one-on-one and asked them like, what's happening? And some of them were fair enough to say like, she's incredible. I don't want to even speak with her except the calls. I don't want to communicate with her, eliminate. She's important for you. She's important for the company. Just eliminate conversations and so on. So basically, I decided to fire her. And it was the best decision ever. When she gone, we jump on the call, our brainstorming call, where is only core, my top managers and PR and all that together just to brainstorm. Everyone laughing, everyone joking, everyone smiling. The team became even better than ever before in terms of energy. They were so happy, and they were never telling me enough of what they don't like, because like, okay, she's experienced enough. So basically, get rid of one person. I found out that it's the best thing ever for your team to perform better. We get the most incredible brainstorming of the time, that moment in that call. And plus, after that, we start firing. And I understand when you fire in media buyer, salesperson, or so on, other team members waking up and delivering in that particular month's recorded results or close to that, because the fire in the ass, nobody cancel. So by getting rid of the wrong people to your company, giving you possibilities to wake up your team and open their next level performance and appreciation and respect to you as a leader, because you've done something right for their work process. So definitely experience worth to experience compared to the mentality. I will not hire a person because of the experience. If he has wrong mentality, he won't be in the company. So that's experience we can give. But right now we're trying to hire both. But sometimes mentality is so good. He has good enough experience, but not enough for some specific level. So he will get just payout lower, but we'll give him that experience and he will increase his payouts on the goal. So, and that's usually working the best.
Yeah, I love how you summarize it, and I think that's an important lesson to leave to our junior leaders, Anatoly, about the experience. You can really help people get more and enriching, but the attitude and the morale of the person is something you cannot change for them. So let's just leave our junior leaders with that message first and foremost. If something is off in your team, sit down and have this honest conversation, reflection with yourself, or have someone who you know is in your corner and will be tough with you and give you hard time, but it will be a tough love for the sake of the company and your success as a leader. Have that conversation about someone who might be dragging your team down. It's very important, and it can save your company ultimately, and of course, your personal health and well-being. So, Anatoly, thank you so much for the conversation. It was passionate, and you shared your story so openly, so I appreciate that. And to you, genius leaders, I just want to remind you, as always, that I see you, I feel you, and I love you. And I do believe that you can be the leader that is driving your team to the new height in a good way, building that win-win culture in your company, however that looks. Go and build that win-win. Thank you so much.